Welcome to Literature Jandas. In this video, we shall be studying another topic, Greek diaspora. When you are studying the history of Europe, you must be studying Greek diaspora. First, let us understand the term diaspora. Diaspora, in the sense, a group of people moving from one place to another place. Before the country Europe was formed, Greek was in pioneering in making the country Europe. Greek too had shifted from one place to another place in order to find a settlement permanently. And let us learn from this video that how Greek had moved from one place to another place in order to settle permanently. First, around 770 BC, Greek held first pan-Hellenic game. So Greek started a type of sports game. So the name of the game is Hellenic game. Hellenic means Greek. Greek game they started in the year 770 BC. The year 770 BC began as first chronology in the history of Greek literature. The Greek began sports among the Aegean communities. So Aegean communities only the sports was held by the Greek. How they lived for earning livelihood is that they lived by fishing, farming and trading behind their coastal settlements, because their settlements were found nearby the coastal. This is called the Aegean community. So Aegean communities are depending on the coastal area. So near the coastal areas, those people had started living by fishing, farming and trading what are the production they have gained from the farming and fishing. This is how these people had been living. And Greeks settled in Ionia and Asian mainlands with their tradition. So they lived with a certain traditional culture on the places called Ionia and Asian mainlands. Then Athens followed Mycenaean culture. Athens also one of the Aegean, and they also followed Mycenaean culture. So these people come under Greek. Ionic is a dialect of Greek spoken in Peloponnese and Sparta, Argos. Ionic is a dialect. So they have been settled in Ionia. The language is called Ionic. It is a dialect, it's a local language of the Greek people. And this language is used in Peloponnese and Sparta, Argos. Sparta, you might know that Sparta is the city of Helen and Menelaus. Menelaus is the king of Sparta. If you read Iliad, so all these places, Ionic language is spoken as a dialect form. Then Dorians, Boeotians came. So Dorians, Boeotians, another group of people who were called, they had actually conflicted with the Greeks in order to settle. In the Dark Age, during the Dark Age, when the Greek and some of the places have stopped developing themselves, this is considered to be Dark Age. During the Dark Age, around 1200 and 800 BC, Dorians, Boeotians came and settled in post-settlement age. When Greek was not able to fight against the people called Dorians and Boeotians, they introduced new skills and knowledge. After Dorians came and settled in the place of Greek, they had introduced new skills and knowledge. Through the Dorians and the Boeotians, Greek received certain knowledge and new skills. They were made Hellens. So Dorians and Boeotians were now called Hellenes. Hellenes means Greek. Their settlement was important for the people of the future. After Dorians came, Greek people had started to live with knowledge and with new skills. So their settlement is very important in the history of Europe. They settled in less than 60 kilometers away in sea. So they very near to sea they had settled. They liked coastal plains and steep hills. We must know that in the coastal area already Greek people have settled, but after Dorians came as intruders and they started a war against the Greek. They had settled nearby the sea, which is 60 kilometers away from the sea. So it was easy to Dorians to attack Greeks. But the Greeks went into sea for settle. Greek had no any other places to settle away from the sea, so no way they had settled very near to the sea because of the Dorians' arrival. And money and coin invented. Exchange across Aegean was important. So exchanging, their trading is exchanging, their production is exchanging instead of money. If they want anything, they would exchange something what they have in hand. They will exchange to another people so that they will receive the what are the needs available. Greeks used iron as goods. In those time, Greek people used iron as goods. They will use iron as for exchange. Money and coin was invented and imprinted on metal by Lydians from Asia Minor. After some years, money and coin were invented, and on certain metal they have imprinted their emblem. Those coin and money were made by Lydians. They came from Asia Minor. They were also come under Greek. They have also introduced money and coin. They have certain design. The design was printed on the metal. This become coin and money. So from these people, money and coin were started to introduce till now. Their commerce was easier after this. So after that, after the invention of money and the coin, the commerce, the trading is become easier. Number of people increased for food. After some time, people had been increasing the food. The need for the food also has been increasing. Emigration now started. So now let us understand why diaspora started. That because of the food and the basic need, people had to move from another place in order to find food. Hellenists traveled across Aegean to Black Sea. Now the Greek people, Hellenists is called Greek people. They have started from their place to Black Sea. They have been moving. Around 1,000 Greek communities came and settled by chance or trade by politics. So all the 1,000 people had been moving for certain reasons. Some people for politics and people for trade and for by chance or by opportunities they had been moving from one place to another place. This is called a diaspora. Now the Greek diaspora has started. Now let us look at Great Greece. The city grew big for sources. The people had been increasing. The expansion of land also going to be increasing. Now the settlement, the communities had been increasing in number. So the place has become a city like. It has become a big city, the Great Greece. They went to overseas to find a place to settle. Not only that they are living in one place, but they are going overseas. They are going across sea in order to settle, to find place. They accept a little change in the way of Greek life in new place. Though they had been stuck to tradition, but they could accept a little change in their way of life because they're going to find a new place. So in the new place they cannot continue with the tradition. They have to change in the way of tradition. Thus Greek cities grew around the Mediterranean coast and from the culture and language. The great cities grew into number of cities around Mediterranean coastal area There, they started the culture and language newly. Most important colonies are found in Sicily and Italy later. So after the settlement started, first of all, where they got settled and formed the culture language is that in the place called Sicily and Italy. So in the Sicily and Italy, Greek started their colonies. They occupied the place Italy and Sicily where they introduced the language and culture. Now this place is called Magna Graecia or Great Greece after they have colonized these two places, Sicily and Italy. These two places are called Magna Graecia or Great Greece. And then Syracuse was the largest and wealthiest port colony. So one of the colonies for the port is that Syracuse. It is the most wealthiest and largest port for their colonial purpose, trading purpose. Then colonies founded in Corsica, France and Italy. Corsica, France and Italy. In these three places, colonies were formed by Greeks conflicted with Phoenician cities. Now the conflict started between Greeks and Phoenicians. Greek found brought Semitic alphabet. By conflicting with the Phoenician cities, Greek received Semitic alphabet as a language. The Semitic alphabet is brought by Phoenician city. What are the two cities under Phoenician is that Tyre and Sidon. These two cities conflicted started and Greek accepted for their use. Semitic alphabet is the basis of today Latin. So Semitic alphabet is the base form for Latin. So Latin is the language of Greek. Phoenician held colony in Sicily, but they did not expel Greek colony from the island. Though the conflict between the two Greeks and Phoenician was strong and they had formed a colony in Sicily. Already we know that Greek started a colony in Sicily, but Phoenician did not able to expel Greek from the Sicily. So now two cities were holding colony in the city called Sicily. This is how Greek diaspora was formed and originated. Thank you for watching.